I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm metal P. How to get myself a bag.
Hey Jerry, are you on mute right now on purpose?
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I am the team lead here, and this is our daily live AMA and Detonator and Reactor rollover events. Today, that might not be happening, we'll get into that in one moment, but before that, I'd like to introduce my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you, brother?
Hey, really good, man. I guess this is kind of going to be a short and sweet one. Just let everybody know what's up, right? And
yes, sir.
But okay, man. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. But I'm doing good. Like I'm never worried about like these type of things because you know the blockchain always can make it right. Like you know I've already seen a couple kind of cracks about decentralized blah blah blah. But let's be real. Like. Nobody wants somebody, be it North Korea or whoever, to walk away with 200 million BNB and see BNB, get drained like that and then have it affect us. So, if the solution is them rolling it back, and this is hypothetical, I don't know what they're going to do, but the point is it's contained, and that's what we want. You want leadership. You don't want to just say, F it, whatever happens, happens. I think that would be a rather foolish type of attitude to take, but that's me. So
yeah, no doubt, Bull. So to clarify, and again, this is all breaking news. We're coming to you live like usual, and obviously it just happened before we got on, but it does appear there was a hack on the main BNB chain with some, again, tokens. I don't know if it's vested tokens or some sort of minting error that occurred. Again, we don't have that info yet, or at least I haven't seen it yet. But like Bull said, I think it's about, what, 600 million? Which sounds like a lot, but I mean, I know that the original Ethereum hack, which is what a lot of people don't even know, there was a hack on ETH where they rolled back the chain, and that's why there is an ETH Classic, because that chain went forward with that decentralization in mind, but that was like for like what, $2 billion, Bull? I don't know. You know more about it than I do.
Yeah. Today's value, it's like $9 billion. It was 5% of the total supply at the time, and so pretty big stuff. And people, we do say like, okay, it's decentralized, and it is. There is a lot of great things here, but you wouldn't want the criminals running like the blockchains and being able to steal whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, without any type of, safety mechanisms in place, because then this would never work. And so like, I look at it like, I saw some information that it was potentially done through Tether, and Tether was the one that caught the irregularity. So, but the point is that I like leadership, people, like something that will pump the brakes, like when like something like that happens, like a criminal's trying to run out the door and somebody grabs them by the collar. That's
Yep. No doubt.
But
So
you know,
yeah, and again, I mean, the downside is that yes, today, as of right now, you're not able to compound or deposit. The entire BNB chain has been put on pause. So don't panic. Again, we don't see any potential issues with the contracts. What may end up happening is actually whoever was the last to deposit, they will actually win the largest deposit for the day. So that goes to show you why, unforeseen circumstances like this, it may also be a good idea to always have a little bit of a snipe really early in detonator or reactor or generator or any of those. So again, bear with us. We'll figure out how it all plays into our contracts that are up and running now. Everything is SAFU. Safes are funds are safe. Again, it just is going to affect the rollover time. And again, it may just do a snapshot of what has already happened for when the contracts were paused. And then when the chain goes live again, it will work. So again, Jake is in the background right now, making sure everything's good, but we don't see any potential issues. Again, it's just pausing of the chain, which is out of our control. So, all right. That being said, today's going to be a little bit shorter. Again, we are going to delay the giveaway as well at the very end, just because we want to make sure everybody has a chance. It pulls that data in real time of everybody that has completed the academy. But we have a bunch of bullish announcements still and updates like usual at EMP. So the first major thing is Cultivator, a very successful launch of our second detonator as a service. Over $160,000 already in the pool, and that's within the first 24 hours. We raised about 100 grand before we even launched, so pretty amazing. Again, those contracts are proving to be quite powerful. And I know a lot of users are in Cultivator that are also in the other contracts. And what that means is that they know how to maximize their tickets. So I think we're going to see even more volume over the next few days as people, try to go for that win it now and also try to maximize their 100 tickets from fresh deposits and compounding. So, but yeah, other than that, flawless launch. Again, Bull, I know we talk about it all the time, but we've had 100% uptime, no exploits, no
yep.
delays in our launches. I mean, that is a very rare thing to be able to say in the world of DeFi. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I knew you were giving me a leading question, a
Yeah, please
softball.
go ahead, bro. Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think back to something, and I love when Jake comes on here, and I know that he's like an extremely busy guy. He's kind of always on the move, always getting stuff done. And something that he said months and months ago on a Friday, that when you weren't here, he came on and he talked about it, and it was this idea that you don't really announce a schedule of when you are going to release something when you don't have the product done in the background, because when you do that, you end up rushing, and then you open yourself up to potential like exploits or flaws or like inadequacies like in the build. And it's something that I really appreciate, right? Is that type of mentality that like you get your stuff done at home before you go out and play. And because everything is in order, you can feel confident about telling people when it's going to launch, because you know what, it's already done. It's the cake is in the oven. You're ready to take it out, and you're going to let it cool down, and then you're going to call the kids in, to come eat that birthday cake. And if you're a person that still bakes a birthday cake, but the point is that when you have it done, that's when you announce the schedule, because if you do it the other way around, you're so prone to making mistakes because you're rushing around looking to get things done. And human beings, we do err, right? But the great thing is that we always can learn from that. And like this like the BNB chain being paused, this is a learning experience for everybody, because if we really take that for, kind of what it's worth and say, well, this should be decentralized, we should just let the thieves run out the door with it. Well, that's a nice idea in theory, but I think everybody's that's been here for 9 months working on this, or everyone that's been on BNB chain since it's launched, is kind of like, I don't know about that. Like, we've put a lot of time and effort and money and real, like, kind of blood, sweat, and tears into this. Do you just let somebody run out the door like that? No. This is all about planning, and if you have like the mechanisms in place to stop that, like, I'm sure like CZ has all those people on speed dials at like the KuCoin and all the other places wherever BNB is listed. And then they can pause that, because what you don't want is criminals running out the door with everybody's investments. And so I look at that as, just like you said, it's a, you build with the, with the idea that everything is going to work, but you also have like safety or redundancy in place to make sure that in the event something doesn't work, like, you can pump the brakes and say, okay, cool, look, everybody here isn't screwed. Everybody here is, it's going to be okay. And that's the part about, like, where I'm kind of getting towards is, like, that's all about preparation and having something, set and ready to go before you let it out in the wild. Like, letting a blockchain out in the wild where you could just let criminals run rampant and you couldn't do anything, that would be kind of, you wouldn't be following your fiduciary responsibility as a blockchain owner to let criminals walk out the door like that. And so preparation and execution, go hand in hand. And just like here, like like your original softball question, AJ. I struck out a few times, but
you're getting there. You're getting there.
Okay.
You're what do you say? A full count right now, Bull. Go ahead, man.
Oh, thank you. I've hit a couple foul balls here, but the point is, when you prepare for something, you have that thing where we've talked about being able to manage expectations. And when, like AJ is talking about here, 100% uptime, no exploits, things have been thought out. Those are all good things. And so, like, I applaud the people that prepare for things, they execute, and they're well thought out. And so it's not just luck. Sometimes, success is about luck, but more about it's about being in the right place at the right time and preparing for that, to take advantage of that opportunity. And I think that's what everybody has here. And in terms of, like, with what's coming down the road, the people that have conviction and resolve, like, that is going to pay off for them. And, that's not financial advice. Anybody can do it, whatever you want, like I've said a million times, but those people that are here, like, they're going to see, positive results. Let's just put it that way. And, they're going to be rewarded from that. The people that run from any type of adversity in their life will perpetually face adversity and turn and run and crumble and have no resolve. And, frankly, I don't want a crypto space that is full of a bunch of paper-handed jeets that, run from one shiny nugget to the next thing and get rugged and watch, things like that, watch the space deteriorate, because I've seen the space grow from the beginning to now. And, like, the opportunity here is, like, incredible. It's amazingly incredible here because of our ability to earn, but because you have all these tools and space to do it, because the things have been thought out and executed, and not promising things that can't be delivered.
Yeah, no, 100%, Bull. And yeah, I mean, again, I know a lot of you may be newer to crypto, and it can be scary, but we've seen this time and time again. And again, I mean, the main Ethereum chain has been rolled back. They can roll back BNB, and we just have to see how it all plays out. So the good news is, I guess, the silver lining rather is nobody was able to compound. So by nobody being able to compound, literally nobody lost any pool share. And like we say all the time, if you're not able to compound, you don't lose out on those rewards. They're just delayed by a day. And again, the person and again, we're checking on this behind the scenes as we speak, but I think the person that probably was the largest depositor when the chain was paused, they will probably be the winners for today. So congrats to them. And again, that's why it's always important to have a little bit of gas in the tank, so to speak, by having a deposit, because there are times that unforeseen circumstances like this,
Hmm.
influence the game theory of the contract.
How,
So
how many how many times have people seen deposits that are just a little tick above like the max for 50 tickets? Like if you in Reactor you have to deposit zero point 0.5. How many times have people seen 0.51?
yes,
Or 7.51 in Detonator? I've seen it a number of times because my guess is there are a few savvy people here that have been through blockchain pauses and with contracts where there is some type of a benefit, like with a rollover. And I don't want to encourage people to deposit more than the like the ticket value, but like these events do happen in the blockchain, and to reiterate, they're nothing to freak out about. But I always find it somewhat not humorous, and maybe not the right word, but like I do take notice of that snipe that's just a little bit bigger than the last person's. Even if it's just that tiny little amount bigger, and it would be interesting to hear why the person bid or deposited what they deposited. They probably didn't know that the BNB chain was going to be paused or anything like that. But psychologically, is it a good feeling to see like their wallet at in the leading the leading spot, or why they do it? But maybe I just think too much on things. But I'm an observer of things that people do, and I see that pretty consistently in all of these ROI contracts, that little bit more than the next person.
yep, 100%. So, all right, we'll update everybody if we get more info. Again, just monitor the official BNB Twitter, or again through all of our socials as well. When things are back up and running, we'll do a little post-mortem on all that. But again, it should be all right. We don't see anything too concerning from the info that we have at the very moment. So, all right, again, Cultivator, amazing launch. Again, when the chain is unpaused, make sure you get ready for that win it now. It's going to be interesting to see, not only who catches when the chain is live again, but then has the quickness to hit that win it now button on Cultivator. It will be available today. Again, it's not available during the first 24 hours because it's based on the pool size that we haven't calculated yet. So, and so with all these detonators as a service coming to life, I wanted to go over again just a little bit about where we are in EMP. A lot of you may have noticed we released a video today on our YouTube channel. It was a 20-minute video I did with one of our awesome community members and liaisons to the team, Matru. And so, and Matru is in Australia. So, we're on completely opposite time schedules. Usually when he's able to join the AMAs, I know a lot of you love to hear from him, but it ends up being really early for him. So, we finally had a chance to get together and do a video, and that video really breaks down where we are at EMP, what we're building, what we have for the future of EMP, and that video will actually be a pop-up on the website. So it's going to be annoying for some of you, but we really have no other option or choice at this point to make sure people understand that we're building, we're not going anywhere, that yes, PEG may be down, but that we have a ton in the works. So that is the plan for that video on the website. So again, everybody please watch it. It will give you a much better idea of what we're building. And with that, we talked about the revenue streams coming in to EMP and how this will be a permanent fix rather than a band-aid for the protocol. But with that, I want to clarify some things. So when we say that we're earning 4% from DaaS contracts, so the contract itself, when these protocols license it from us, it's anywhere from 2% to 4% of all deposits. And that doesn't mean just the pool balance, because again, we use the number of about 10 million in that video, and that number sounds really high for total TVL of all the Detonator as a service partners, but you have to realize that you have to look at the total deposited, not the actual pool balance. So, for instance, Detonator has had over $23 million in total deposits. So, that just goes to show the potential on the revenue and how sustainable these contracts are as well. So, it does not include compounds, but it does include all deposits every single day. Again, and that can be determined through total deposited. So, and again, just to clarify, that means that we've earned about 34 grand on the two partner projects that only have been live for the last 2 weeks. So already we're on track, for almost $100,000 a month, and that's with 2 contracts. So again, it scales up from there. And we didn't even talk about the licensing fees. So again, anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 up front to even license the contract. And again, that's based on that project's market cap. And it's only payable in EMP. So again, we have done some over-the-counter trades for the first 2 projects because we want to make sure that we have control of when that buyback of that EMP is initiated. But moving forward, and once we're at PEG, all of that will be done on chain, and have direct buying pressure on EMP. So, all right, and again, you can just imagine how we're able to scale if we're able to do 2 of these a month, which is just insane. So, and again, we have a backlog already. I have literally about 5 projects that have verbally committed of wanting a detonator as a service and have the funds to do so. So, really, really exciting stuff. And yeah, all right, so that's a little more info on that. Generator, again, Cultivator and Generator are our 2 detonators as a service, and they have been killing it. So Generator is still paying massively. We're really trying to get to 500K before Saturday. So once the chain unpauses, definitely consider doing the win it now or depositing into Generator, as it's paying well over 1% a day even now. So yeah, really exciting stuff. And speaking of Splinterlands on Saturday, LA, are you there?
I'm here.
There she is. So we were busy today doing a final run through. I got on a video chat with LA, and she has her speech nailed down. I'm really impressed. So, LA, you want to give a last minute update on Splinterfest and any other news you want to go over? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm leaving for Splinterfest in 20 what is it now? Well, pretty much I leave tomorrow morning. I'm super pumped. I guess it's about 11 hours from now that I leave. Super bright and early. So I'm really excited to get there. I'll be giving my speech on Saturday, and I'm super excited to meet the couple emperors who are going to be there. And Jacob and I will be there all weekend. just really connecting with the Splinterlands community and educating them all about EMP, talking their ears off about the generator. And basically our mission for the weekend is to get as many of them just completely sold on how the generator is a no-brainer for, to benefit both ecosystems and both communities. And also, I'm not going to say it right now, but we've been working on some things that we'll reveal after Splinterfest. But with the help of Stever82, we've developed some things specifically for the Splinterlands community that we're going to be educating them on. And it's a specific system within our systems that we've created just for them. And our mission is really going to be to get them implementing that as well, alongside getting into generator. So basically those two things. And I think they're going to get really excited about it. We're doing some things at our table to get a lot of buzz and to get a lot of people over talking to us. There's going to be a lot of excitement. There's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're going to hit them with all the facts. So it's going to be really exciting. And we are going to get a lot of new eyes and ears on EMP. And I think it's going to be a super successful and fun weekend. So I can't wait.
Yep, absolutely, LA. I'm so stoked. Again, I wish I could be there. I'll tell you why I can't be there. After this weekend, I have some exciting news to share. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing event, and our booth alone, I think will draw a lot of attention. I can't wait to post the picture of the booth because all of you will love the inside joke that we have as a community. And again, I think it also plays really well into our giveaway. Dare I say, golden ticket giveaway? Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, it's gonna be
on Saturday. I'll for sure take a bunch of pictures of the booth and some video clips of Splinterfest and stuff, and I'll post them in the groups and
perfect
on our Instagram stories and stuff.
Yep, awesome. So make sure you're following all our socials for all the up-to-date engagement at Splinterfest. So, and definitely say hi to Jacob too. I know, again, LA is our head of public relations. She's been managing all this, but Jacob will be the other team member or extension of the team. He's part of our army. He's our esports division liaison, and he's great. I know, he's been in some of the AMAs, but definitely show him some love as well. And Hot Llama will be there as well. Again, one of our
Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob and Hot Llama. Woo!
Yeah, totally, LA. So they'll be partnering with you, and again, both of them are well versed in everything about our ecosystem. So it will be a great way for us to get in front of all these Splinterlands OGs and continue to onboard people into EMP. Again, we've come up with an amazing system that again, I don't want to spoil it, but this system, when presented to the Splinterlands community and a way to leverage EMP to build their Splinterlands assets, I think that was going to resonate so well with that community. They just have to be made aware of how to do it. So, and shout out to Stever82 again.
For sure.
Yeah, one of our OGs.
He'll be there too.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
he'll be there, exactly. Yep, make sure we all say hi to him. And yeah, I mean, he's working on some amazing content for us that illustrates everything that we've been teasing. And yeah, after this weekend, all that will come to life. And again, just allow us to grow our ecosystem. So, all right,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, it's such an amazing thing. After all these months of being on these calls, like finally getting to meet a few people in person. And Jacob doesn't get on these calls a lot, but he's been absolutely killing it behind the scenes. And I know that he's going to be a huge, huge, huge asset at this event. So for those of you who don't know him yet, definitely get to know him because he's been doing a lot of great work to help EMP behind the scenes, and having him there at this event is going to be a huge, huge benefit. So really pumped to meet him. Really excited to meet Hot Llama and Stever82. It's going to be awesome to just actually get to see some people in person. It's going to be great.
Yep, 100%. So I'm bummed I won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit and in other ways as well. That'll be very funny and apparent when we post pictures. But yeah, next year for sure, LA. So all right, awesome. So a few more announcements. Again, we talked about the video we released today with Machu. Please check that out. Again, it's about 20 minutes long. We didn't want to make it too long, but we had a lot of info to go over. So if any of you are in EMP and don't have time for the daily AMAs, or maybe you see somebody jump in the Telegram or the Discord and say, what's up with Peg, or EMP dead, or some snarky comment like that, you can show them this video of all the things that we're building. And again, by the end of the month, I think there's going to be a much different landscape here at EMP. We're also working on our MDB EMP NFTs. I had another meeting this week, some more concepts of the art. So we're almost ready to share the preliminary artwork and breakdown, a white paper, if you will, of how we're going to roll things out. And that is planned to happen at the end of October. So you have a few more weeks to get some dry powder ready, because all of you are going to want these NFTs, not only for the collectability, but also the utility, because by holding the NFTs, you'll not only get eShare, but you'll also get MDB as well. So very, very valuable stuff. All right, and then last but not least, an amazing video by James Pelton. So James Pelton, unfortunately, we were kicked out of his top 10 when he did an update last week, but we still have an amazing relationship with him. In that video, he said, any little adjustment in PEG would put us back up to a top 10 in no time. And he did an amazing job kind of reviewing how, even though we are below PEG, EMP is still one of James's top earners in his entire portfolio. And that just shows the power of everybody that's bitching and moaning and complaining or focused on PEG. There are so many other ways to earn in this ecosystem, without having to be reliant on the boardroom or PEG. So again, that was amazing timing from him. It was not paid. It was him simply doing a review on his own. And yeah, I don't know.
We're back
Yeah,
at
go ahead,
number
LA.
5 on the.
Yeah.
We're back at number 5 on the list.
Yeah,
too.
for him. So there you go. Yep, with the earning potential. So there you go. LA, yeah, anything you want to add to that, or Bull? I know again, it's all in where you look in the ecosystem to earn.
I mean, just after watching the tiny, like 1.5 minutes on EMP in the video, I just feel his absolute belief in the team at EMP and how much he believes in the protocol and how he's earning really well in spite of the market, in spite of PEG or any of that. He believes that he's earning really well. He sees the plans for the future, and he's ready to just hold on tight. And he knows that when we get back to PEG, his daily earnings are going to skyrocket, and he's cool with that. And that's what he said.
100%. So yeah, again, and I mentioned this in some of the chats earlier today. The fact that you're able to earn anything in EMP is amazing. I mean, yes, our LP value is down. Maybe you bought a little bit higher than where we are now, or a lot of it higher. But unless you break that LP and sell it, you're not realizing your losses, and you're still able to earn through Detonator or Reactor or eShares in the farms, and 99% of other DeFi protocols are literally bleeding out at the moment. So I mean, earning is earning, no matter how large or small that might be. That is again new income for you. So yeah, go ahead, Joe. You wanna add to that? I know. Yeah, you probably have a lot to say in regards to that, but go ahead, Joe.
Are you saying I talk more than Bo? I don't think so.
No, no, that's impossible, man. No, we love Bull, but yeah, no doubt. He's a man of
No,
many words. Yeah.
he knows I'm just kidding him.
Yeah.
But yeah, first, just shout out to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We hurt his feelings.
I'll
Oh,
get you a
sorry,
tissue
Bull.
like Florida Joe that couldn't compound Mr. Midas touch with his lottery money.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
as long as the
anyways,
tissue is an e-share, that's fine.
there you go. No, AJ, that I listened to that in the car, and that was probably one of my favorite, YouTube videos to date. Just listening to it, and at first when you said it was going to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes long, I was like, yeah, that's a lot of content. But when you were finished, I didn't want it to end. There was just so much good content in that,
For sure,
and it
brother.
just reinforced everything that you said, and it was just beautiful the way you and Machu just kind of just condensed it into a nice, easy to understand for everybody. Everyone on this call I know is a total believer in the protocol, but it's a great video, like you said, to share with other people that might be new to DeFi or new to EMP and nervous, or just some people that just like to say the sky's falling, like that Chicken Little all the time. But yeah, beautifully done. All I wanted to say was, yeah, I think some of the things people forget sometimes is how beautiful the LP structure is and what it does for us. The fact that we're pegged to Ethereum, obviously we want to be at 1 or above ideally, but we don't need to earn. We don't need it in order to earn. Like right now, we're at 17 cents below peg. What are we, about 50% or so? I didn't even look. But let's say we were at 1 peg. That would put us at 34 cents at Ethereum's price. If you look at the LP structure, the impermanent loss, that's less than 6%. So the fact that we can keep that LP, and then actually Ethereum helps hold us together, we can put those LP in the farms, we can put those LPs in the detonator, and still, or Magic, and still earn every single day on that. So how long is it going to take you to get back that 5.7%? Not long at all. So it's just amazing that we can still earn, we can still grow our LP bags while we all wait for this to blow over and for Ethereum's price to just rocket ship off, and it will only uplift EMP at the same time. So amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yes, thank you for clarifying that, Joe, for sure. Again, I think people see, that 50% below peg and equate that to a 50% loss in your impermanent loss value, which is not how the math works. And that's the beautiful part about being pegged to Ethereum in the hard code the way it is that really because EMP and ETH move very similarly, the actual impermanent loss is much, much less. And again, as long as you're not breaking your LP or again, worst case scenario, selling your EMP at the absolute bottom, again, not financial advice, but and again, we have said from day one that this protocol is a long-term mindset play. EMP is not a protocol that you get in and out of, that you buy LP, you farm, and then you move on to something else. This is setting up, passive income for the future in a very sustainable model, and what we really feel can be creating generational wealth. We do have a multi-year time frame, and again, everything we're putting in place is to harden the peg and the price over time. And again, I mean, my God, we've only been here for 7 months, 8 months, and that seems like an eternity. But what we have accomplished in that short amount of time, it is amazing. And we're always going to pivot, to make sure that we are, being as sustainable as we can be. And, sometimes that might be making hard decisions, that people might not like, but at the end of the day, we truly are here to help provide an opportunity to everybody involved. So, and again, I think our actions speak to that. And I know there's somebody in the YouTube comments right now that has some colorful language, but I'll kind of sum it up in the fact that they don't understand why there's a timer on Detonator and Reactor and all these detonators as a service. But the fact that we operate in a 24-hour window is really what makes the protocol so sustainable, or these contracts so sustainable, because it rewards daily engagement. It provides amazing traffic to our website every day. I mean, again, LA had some numbers of what we're doing. I mean, we're generating massive amounts of daily engagement on our socials and our website. And then that can be leveraged into ad revenue. But really, it rewards daily active users, and those that do end up forgetting to compound or something comes up. That is why this contract can be so sustainable, because what we've seen in other protocols, I'm not going to mention names, but literally all the other protocols, your rewards are able to accumulate. And although that might be, great if you're not an active user, that also is not so great for the sustainability, because people are able to accumulate massive, massive amounts of rewards and then dump them all at once, where you could see, a 1 or 2 or even more than that, 10% swing in a token price in a day just from a large whale dumping. So the reason we have a timer is very important, and that is why these contracts are so different. And again, I mean, if you got into this contract not knowing that, I can't help you. I mean, we have a white paper, we do daily AMAs, we have all the resources to explain how the contract works. And at the end of the day, it's you, the investor, that is choosing to get into these contracts. So, and again, I mean, I know that Daily Burst is going down, but we've had this conversation many, many times. And what you wanna look at now is your actual pool share, because even if your daily burst is going down, as long as you're compounding, you're actually able to increase your pool share. So, Joe, I don't know. I mean, I know you have some substantial accounts. I know I'm seeing it on the team wallet, but I'm sure you're seeing it as well with a compound strategy where pool share is actually going up. Are you? Can you confirm that, or you want to elaborate? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I am extremely happy with everything, where everything is, and I truly don't look at the price. I just look at my LPs, and I'm constantly saying, how do I increase my LPs, whether they be for the generator.
It's true. It's true. He is always saying that. How do I increase my LPs?
Yeah.
Very true, Joe.
Yeah, and it really is, and because I'm not a long time crypto guy. This is only my second year or so, but I quickly realized how volatile this market is. But hey, with volatility, and additional risk comes great reward. I'd rather not hold a stable U.S. dollar that's just slowly losing value every day like a leaking swimming pool. I'd rather take a little risk and get into these projects, which really, are developing the future as I see it. And I'm sure you all see it the same way. So for me, Ethereum just makes so much sense. So yeah, this is just kind of like you ride the waves, and this is where the millionaires become billionaires, and where regular people become millionaires. So you build in the bear market, and having this opportunity to do it is fantastic. So yeah. I have seen an explosion in my LPs since I started in February, through different things like nodes, the farms building up in there, e-shares, and of course doing some snipes, winning some lotteries. every day I compound for the 50 tickets. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's the easiest button to click and maximize my chances. And it's just so many different ways, and the way you guys keep adding new things just allows me to diversify, which is what you should do, because no one should be just in one thing, because you never know where certain things are going to go up or down. And the fact that you just keep innovating and partnering with new people, I love it. I know some people are like, well, why are we going in this new project? It takes money out of EMP. It's the total opposite. You kind of all team together. You take great minds and you partner up to diversify and help each other out. And that's exactly what you've done. So yeah, I'm so excited for what's coming. I'm really happy with my bags. They've more than 10x from when I started. Price wise, yeah, I'm probably a little down, but this is all temporary. I wasn't looking to take profit in 7-8 months. I'm looking at this in years to come. I don't think it'll take me years to come, but I'm okay riding this out until everything recovers, which, will be here before we know it.
Yep, 100%, Joe.
100%.
Yeah, I know it's hard to have that fortitude, but I can tell you after 3 bear markets, I mean, all the same FUD and uncertainty and everything that we're hearing now is still what's happened, and then within a year, we're at new all-time highs all over again. So, Kurt,
yeah, I kind of feel like it's the same trick all the time with these, larger players and smart whales. They constantly, it's just a transfer of wealth from the little fish that get excited when things pump, and they'll pay top dollar. Like, they won't buy Bitcoin at 18, but they'll buy it at 65, and these people who are veterans in the space love it because they just dump on the community and they'll rebuy when everyone panics and sells. So really, I mean, you got to remove your emotion from it, and you got to follow smart money. And you always got to buy when it's low and hold. You don't sell then, and then you sell when everything is doing really well and everyone's how excited. But it's that constant thing you were saying, pulling profits along the way. You should have some ammo left over. If you don't, it is what it is. But just change your habits going forward and start saying, hey, what can I do better? And let me remove the emotion, stop panicking. And AJ's been through this many, many cycles, and look at where you are. I mean, I'm going to follow your footsteps all the way.
For sure, Joe. I appreciate that, brother. And yeah, again, we're not here to give financial advice. We're simply here to talk about our personal experiences and how you can apply that to your own, strategies. And again, there's no ulterior motives here. I mean, I want everybody to succeed long term, and that's why I started this. I mean, I wouldn't have done this. And again, if you know the history, none of us are here to get rich. We did our Genesis round completely different than most protocols that dump on all their followers. So we're trying to set a new standard. And yeah, I mean, again, the same person speaking about Detonator feels like they're trapped now, which I really don't like that word, but I think that it boils down to that Detonator and Reactor and all these contracts, they turn paper hands into diamond hands. So that feeling of being trapped, that becomes a way to basically profit the most when the markets turn around. I mean, again, we can see LP prices triple or quadruple within the next year, and as long as you've been continuing to compound while others get fearful and leave the contract, you are then building a massive position through the power of compound interest to when the market recovers, that is the time to take profit. It's very counterintuitive to the way a lot of people think, and that's why again a lot of investors lose money because they don't know how to take their emotions out of it. But if anything, when the price is going down, that is when you want to compound, not claim, because again, you're getting much more LP based on the pool share. And then when everybody's talking about how rich they are and your grandma is asking you about Bitcoin, that is the time to take profit and claim when people are fearful, you need to be greedy, and when people are greedy, you should be fearful. So, all right, awesome. All right, Bull. Any other last minute announcements before we wrap it up? Or yeah, that was all on my list today.
Yeah, I think Kirk is.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, Kirk. Of course, I meant to throw to Kirk and then I got sidetracked. So, Kirk, are you there? Are you back
Oh
from?
yeah,
There he is.
Kirk, that guy. He takes a vacation and everybody forgets about
Yeah,
him.
yeah, Kirk. Who's Kirk? We don't know who that is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how was your trip, brother? Hopefully it was good.
Oh, bro, it was amazing. It was
Yes,
amazing.
awesome.
Portugal is amazing. I spent a few days also in Ireland, which I love. So it was
Wow.
fantastic.
Awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
it was.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Well, lucky
yeah.
you. It was a well-deserved break after all the effort on the academy for sure.
Oh yeah, man. I'm fired up and ready to go now. And so a few things about that. But first, I got to rant on a couple things really quickly
Yes.
that I've been listening to you guys today talk in this AMA. And first off, real quick, exactly what's happening with the BNB chain is what you want to happen. Nobody should be freaking out. This is what you want to happen when you have responsible adults at the wheel. And, you know, the best thing to do is to shut it down, figure out what's going on, solve the problem, get back to business. So nobody worry. Everything's Safu. It's going to be fine. Finance is the bomb. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Totally. Yes, sir.
Secondly, being in for a couple of weeks in Europe was interesting to me because I was going to pay attention to how much of a hassle or not it was to be an EMP investor and be in European time zones. And it was interesting to me. And again, I don't, you know, in an age, this is my personal opinion, not AJ's or anybody else's, but yeah, it's harder when I wasn't on as many chats as I would have liked to have been because they're at midnight or 1 a.m. But what I learned was, yeah, this does work. What I did is I just simply said, okay, I'm every night, whatever time it was, whatever my situation was, I just compounded. I'm in all 4 DaaS contracts. So I just did them all at once.
Yeah,
I just did them all. Yeah, I just do it all at once. Some of them it was closer to the rollover than others, obviously, since there's different times. But that was okay for me. And did I make money when I was over there? I sure as hell did. And I made LP is probably the better way to put it. And, you know, I just think, I'm not saying I don't understand why people get upset and, you know, and it was only 2 weeks for me, not a lifetime. So don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, if there comes a time when there's a DaaS contract that we sell to somebody in India and it's 4 o'clock in the morning where I live, I'm going to do the same thing because the opportunity that we have here, whether you're getting a full 23 hours and 59 minutes or you're getting 20 hours or whatever it is, the opportunity is still amazing. It's amazing. You cannot find, not just in crypto, but anywhere right now, a project where there's so much stability, reliability, and insane potential for the future. So it was really interesting little experiment. So I enjoyed that and was fun to sort of be on the other side of the fence for a second. And,
That's great insight, Kirk. Amazing. Again, firsthand account. And yeah, I mean, we do talk about this a lot. We are looking into some options that could possibly alleviate some of the stress involved. But again, that is not high on the priority list with other ways to scale because and like you made a great point, Kirk. It's like even if you're not getting every ounce of juice from the lemon, like Joe likes to say, you know, when we have enough revenue streams in place and we're back at peg, all of that extra money will go to bolstering the detonator and the reactor contracts. And again, I mean, we focus on our protocol-owned contracts first before any of the other ancillary projects. But that being said, that is where you will see your daily burst skyrocket, and those that have even been able to claim, to compound once a day, are going to see massive returns. And again, I know that's just words at this point, but once the proof is actually in the pudding and everything that we've said for months comes to fruition, I hope that the numbers will. The numbers don't lie, and again, that's what everything that we say is based on. So, yeah. All right, go ahead, Kirk. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing, I know that most of the people that are listening to this right now are long timers, but I know that we've been seeing a lot more lately of this kind of soft fuddy into hard FUD conversation going on. And first of all, I question the validity of that just on the face of it, but I would say, with regards to all of this nonsense about being locked into contracts or being stuck or what have you, I just want to say this is a DeFi, and crypto is your own responsibility. And like you're saying, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you keep as patient as you do. But if you don't read and ask questions before you click a button that takes your money away from you and puts it somewhere else, then you don't respect the money. And it is incumbent upon all of us to understand what we're doing. As AJ says many times, this is code on the internet. And yes, there's an insane opportunity here to make real money with that code on the internet.
For sure.
But if you don't know what the hell you're doing, then don't come and complain to the people who are trying to set this code up for you to gain when you don't like what happens. So I know that you would never put it this way, but boo-hoo to you. Just do the homework, do the work required. I can't believe how much work and effort is being put into this project, not only by AJ and the official team, but all of us in the Army in various ways are contributing every day to this thing. And you get no sympathy from me. You're crying and whining about those kinds of little things because you're not going to find any place better to be. Quality of people, quality of project. Don't be in DeFi. If you can't make it here, then get out as soon as you can, and claim every day until you're out of our contract and go away. Sorry.
No, for sure. Well, and again, I as a team lead, obviously, I have to be more patient, and we're all here to help. Again, I knew the undertaking in starting this sort of project, and I get it. I've been in every project under the sun for the last 5 years at least. And again, I can promise you that nobody is working harder behind the scenes, and nobody truly wants all of you here to succeed than us at EMP. And again, I know that actions will speak louder than words by the end of the year, and we're back pegged solid. We have multiple detonators as a service. Daily burst is going up every day. I hope that all the squeaky wheels will come back and praise all the efforts as well. So yeah, I love it. Kirk, you're fired up today, man.
I am fired up. I'm back. I'm excited. Just a few other quick things that aren't on that. So just a new DeFi debrief coming back on Monday. So that's going to start up again.
I missed those, man. Finally. All right. You're back.
Monday. We got that. And we also got some new stuff coming to the Academy soon. So everybody be paying attention. We're not just going to do the core training and end it with that. There's some stuff coming down the pipe, just like there is in every other aspect of this protocol. But in the Academy, we're going to be doing some new stuff, some new video material, some new stuff that everybody's been asking for. So I'm back. I'm charged up. going to be working on that and rolling stuff out over the next several weeks. And so just, look forward to that, and let's all get ready for the next quarter.
All right, awesome, Kirk. Well, thanks, brother. We are going to go ahead and skip the Wheel of Fortune today. Again, I want to make sure everybody had a chance to submit their wallet address and do all that. But Kirk did an amazing job doing that for us, and so we'll continue that giveaway on Saturday. And we already have a lot in the works. Again, we teased it a little bit earlier, but a whole nother section of the EMP Academy is in the works as we speak, and we'll release more info on that and what it is and how it applies to our ecosystem when we're ready. So if all of you are joining us late, again, Detonator and Reactor are paused, and that is because the BNB chain is paused. So again, it's out of our control. You just have to monitor. We'll do an official announcement when the BNB chain is up and running again, and then all the contracts will work as they have been. So just again, it's out of our control, and the hack seems to be under control at least. And again, BNB chain is one of the best out there, if not the best, especially in terms of fees. And they're with CZ and the bankroll behind BNB chain, they're going to do everything they can to make it right, and that's a great thing. And that's one of the major reasons why we built on BNB, but still have exposure to Ethereum through the BEP20 version. So yeah, no claiming, no compounding, no nothing. But the good news is that nobody else can claim or compound. So your pool share will be exactly the same as it was today if you missed the rollover. So one of those rare incidences that are out of our control. But all right, awesome. I think that was it. Again, I didn't have any other major announcements or news. We did have some awesome meetings this week. I teased yesterday. We have a killer announcement that hopefully I'll be able to announce next week. That is a major milestone in our protocol. And something a lot of you have been asking for from the very beginning. So that's coming. And again, just amazing meetings with high-level projects that I never thought I would get the opportunity to present to, are really interested in Detonator as a service. So more info on all that coming as well. So all right, Bull or LA, anything else that we forgot or anything else you want to elaborate on? Go ahead.
Don had a question.
Oh yeah, Don Mack. How are you, brother? Go ahead, Don.
Thank you. I'm good. I got a question about the video you guys released today.
Yes, sir.
Every time I hear the word hypothecation, I kind of go asleep. And,
yeah, I love it. Yep.
I looked it up online just now, to see what's the definition, and it's still not clicking. So, to quick recap. So I saw that we're going to get a fee, a nice fee for anybody who gets one of these, detonators as a service, and then we're also going to get 4% ongoing fee for the monies that get put in, and then there's and it sounded like it's really good. And then you talked about hypothecation and talked about farms, but the detonator doesn't have a farm, so I'm assuming it must be the cultivator has their own farm, and it's somehow linked to that. But I'm not, and it sounded like there's going to be more money coming in because of that. And I listened to the video, that portion, a couple of times, and I still wasn't smart enough to get it.
I love it, Don. No, brother, this is an amazing question, and you are smart, man. You get it. You just, again, I have to give you I have to break it down for you. So, yeah,
okay.
Hypothecation is essentially using funds to yield more funds. And so Detonator does have a farm, and that is in our actual EMP ETH LP. So you know how when you can choose to put your LP in Detonator, where it's locked
Yeah.
away, and then you don't
Yep.
own it anymore, or you can put it in the farm and earn eShare with that same ETH EMP LP. So what we do
Right.
is we take that balance, that all the LP that is in the contract, and we put it on the farm for you. So again, and it's not the full amount because we have to account for claims.
Percentages.
Yeah, exactly, during the
Yeah.
day. So and knowing that again the funds have to be there when people claim, but we're able to have access to the LP to be able to apply it on the farm. And again, in the detonator's case, it's that EMP ETH LP where we earn eShare. And then that is another earning potential, which is actually even more than the fees or the upfront licensing fee. The rehypothecation is where the true money is made, because we're essentially able to yield on funds that that we didn't have to come up with. And again, the way we make that fair is that we put all of those funds, or a large portion of those funds, that we do collect, that is what's used to reward all of you that are in these contracts specifically. And unfortunately, we haven't really been able to utilize this method quite yet because we don't want to further dilute the farms. But once we have a solid eShare price, and again the peg is healthy, then we'll be able to hypothecate or rehypothecate both detonator and reactor in there, and then yeah, same with Xperp. So we're not able to do a full amount on the XGrow BNB because they have an in and out tax, but we are able to use some of the LP from the fees to then put into their farm and earn additionally on that. So and SPS as well. We're one of the largest SPS BNB holders, and we're getting credit for all of that. And the APR in that pool right now is like 70%. So we're earning about 70% APR on $400,000 that's in that SPS BNB LP. So again, I know it's very hard to wrap your head around. We may do a video with some illustrations that
Yeah, I
may
was
make
hoping
that
that
a
when I
little bit
watched
easier.
when I watched today, I thought that would have been good to have, like a chart or an illustration or yeah. So are you saying then that is the rehypothecation done with the 4% fees that come from the
Yes. So
detonator as a service?
so
Okay.
so both.
So we're not
both.
just getting. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, both. It's from the 4% fees. That goes into like a separate pool. That again, if we need the money, we can break it and sell it. Or again, if we don't need the money or the yielding is really good, then we put that on the farms. But really, the major money comes from rehypothecating or the actual LP that's in these contracts. So yeah, I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm trying to. I don't know if somebody else
No,
wants to
you're
jump in, but yeah.
you're doing good, and I know we're getting close to the detonator, so I don't want to. Maybe we can do the detonator now. Oh, is it not working today at all?
Yeah, no, not at all, brother. So I know you've been a little
Okay, I heard
late to
that,
the
but I
party.
couldn't get it in my head. It wouldn't
Yeah.
go in my ear.
Yeah, no worries,
Okay.
bro. Yeah, so no, you're good.
Okay, so then.
Yep, the entire
Okay, so.
chain is down. So
Okay, good. So I'm not slowing anything down. Okay, so if you could just with the rehypothecation, tell me where does the asset come from, and then where does it go that we're calling rehypothecation?
Yep.
So those things are still vague to me.
Okay, so
go ahead.
the best way to explain it is with detonator. So let's focus on
Okay.
detonator right now. So
Okay.
when you're
Yep.
in detonator, that is EMP ETH LP. That's what you deposit into Detonator. So
Right.
that LP then is just sitting there in that contract. And again, based on the amount of claiming, I mean, the maximum amount that we distribute every day is 3% of the overall pool. So technically, there is 97% of that pool that just basically is doing nothing. You're not able to yield on that LP at all. So hypothecation is using that LP or that value to actually yield you more value. So we take the
Okay.
LP that's in Detonator, we take it on your behalf, and then we put it in the farm. So now that $3 million of LP is now earning as if you had $3 million in the farm, like and earning e-share. So again, we don't do it now because it would dilute the farm really bad, and
Okay.
and make it to where nobody in the farm is able to earn, which again could result in more selling pressure. But once the ecosystem is back to full health and the e-share price is $800-900 again, then there's plenty of room for that $3 million to be on the farm, and then that is earning e-share every day that we can then sell and put into Detonator as fresh funds, and then
Okay.
that is what makes your daily burst go up.
Okay. Okay.
Does
Okay.
that
Now,
help?
now it
Yeah,
makes,
does that
yeah,
help? Yeah,
totally,
yeah, okay, yeah.
totally. Yeah, because we don't. It was kind of like I was looking for it too. So we're not doing it yet. So I can't. It's not something that I knew, but if you know what I mean. Like now I get it because it's something we're going to do, and soon, hopefully, real soon,
Yes,
with
totally.
the when the peg gets back up to where it wants to go. Otherwise, and I thought it was a great video. I thought it was really good, and I love the three parts about where we're at, with getting the peg and keeping it there, and then having upside pressure to keep the peg, up. So
Totally.
all that sounds good. All that sounds good. I'm glad I didn't know how much of a long term play this was, because I might not have got in as much.
Yep.
But I get that it's going to be real good long term. And like I said the other day, I got into crypto thinking there's 100x everywhere, and I got to find out that's not true.
Totally.
It's more like there's scams everywhere. But yeah.
No,
I
I hear
told my
you.
friend, I said, I tell my friends about you when I talk about EMP, and I was just like, here's one thing I know for sure that this guy's doing, and the team is doing absolutely everything that they can do to have this be successful. I have like I have 100% no doubt about that, and and life, everything is a crapshoot, but but I just have a lot of confidence. So
Thanks,
anyway,
Don. No doubt, brother. I know you've been around from the very beginning, and yeah, bro. I mean, again, I know a lot of us get excited. I'm guilty of that too, man. Going heavier than maybe I should, but I can tell you, bro, that a lot of those plays, and I'm not here just to give you hopium, but a lot of those plays have turned out to be my best. I mean, Splinterlands is a great example. I mean,
yeah.
if anybody, I don't even tell my family. It's like, I have $1 million in a card game. They laugh at me, So yeah, yeah. So sometimes it plays out for the best, man. That ape is rewarded in the end. So yeah, totally,
Yeah.
man. All right,
Perfect.
brother. Well, I
Okay.
appreciate that, man. And that was a great question.
Yeah.
Again, I know a lot
Yep.
of times we may get a little overly complicated, but yeah, I appreciate you breaking it down with me. So yeah.
Super. Okay, guys. Thanks.
All right, bro. You got it. All right. So, all right, and yeah, anybody joining us on YouTube here towards the end, yes, Detonator is not working. It did not work because the BNB chain is paused. So again, it's out of our control. there are funds are safe or SAFU. There is no issues on our end. Again, unfortunately, it's just an issue with the BNB chain, and hopefully it will be fixed shortly. So again, all contracts are safe, but today nobody was able to claim or compound, which is actually a good thing because nobody lost or earned their pool share. Again, we are probably going to award the lottery winners at time of pause. Again, I'm just trying to clarify that with Jake, our developer, but typically that's how it works. In similar scenarios. So if you were the largest depositor upon pause, then you are the winner. And there will be a random lottery winner as well based on how many tickets were compounded. So, all right, I think that's it then. Bull, anything else? Any other
There
questions,
is one
comments?
more question from Vino, if you got time.
Yeah, no worries. Vino Mystic. Go ahead, Vino. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good, man. Really good.
Good deal. Good deal. Unfortunate that BSC is paused, but it is what it is. It's out of our control.
For sure, brother.
I wanted to piggyback on what Don was saying. It actually kind of tied into my question. And I think the video that you produced with Matu was extraordinary. I thought it was perfect. But I've been thinking for about the last week with the rehypothecation. I want to build on what Don was asking and go a little more in depth if you've got time. If you don't, not a big deal.
Yeah, no,
But,
absolutely, brother. Go ahead. Yep.
When it comes to rehypothecation of the funds, I was sitting here thinking, do we have to have this coincides with the phase out of the MDB plus eShare pool? There's 72 eShares emitted per day, 24 per pool. If we were to phase that out and rotate the emissions from that into just the EMP ETH pool as well as the eShare BNB pool, we could increase the daily APRs by 50% without increasing the supply of eShare, because it's a set emission schedule. It's just being rotated and the rewards are being funded differently. Would it be better to do that and increase those APRs by about 50% if you split that, and then you could rehypothecate without diluting, or have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. So you're almost right in everything that you said, but we've already started scaling that pool out. So the eShare emissions are not split evenly between the three pools. So even as it is, we've already greatly reduced the emissions to that MDB eShare pool as it is. So right now, once it is fully eliminated, it will be a little bit more of a boost. But we've really done the heavy lifting on that already. And then, yeah, focusing on having the eShare emissions for the two main pools will be that going forward. I mean, I highly doubt we'll ever have a third pool, just because, again, we don't want to dilute the eShare emissions any farther through multiple pools. So, and then absolutely, once all that is more healthy, and again, the eShare price is up, and the daily rewards based on APR is around 1%, which is what we've seen, in previous runs. I mean, we can put $3 million on that pool, and still have a 0.5 or 0.6% daily return in terms of APR. So yeah, there will still be dilution, but it's not to the point where it disincentivizes people to go into the farm.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. I just wasn't sure. And then part of me was wondering if maybe the phase out of that was due to the NFT, which I know that's still working on in the background.
And I mean, we've been waiting for the NFT to kind of do this all at once. Again, we didn't want to get rid of that MDB plus pool and create FUD for MDB. because they're amazing. I mean, it just that part of our partnership just didn't work as intended, and that's it's out of our control on both parties, and we love them. So yeah, we were trying to kind of wait until the NFT was ready, so that it didn't create unnecessary FUD by phasing that pool out. But yeah, I mean, by the end of the month, we probably that pool will be completely gone.
Okay, awesome. That's all I wanted to hear, and that's actually really exciting that the emissions are going to be shifted proportionally between the eShare and the EMP ETH pool. Because whenever you rehypothecate that, like you said, the dilution is not going to be as noticeable, even though it's there.
Totally.
So
totally. And
I really
again,
appreciate that.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. And we even have more control over that as well. So say, the reactor balance, and this is just hypothetical, but say a reactor is doing really well, and there's really not a lot of people in the reactor farm. So that means that, like, the reactor farm could be like 3% daily. We would be able to even move some of the eShare emissions from at that pool into the EMP eShare farm. And now, again, it's like a balancing act that we could even potentially put all of the LP on the eShare BNB. I'm sorry, the EMP ETH LP, because there's even more emissions going to that pool as well. So does that make sense? I don't know if I said
Yeah.
that right, but
Yeah.
okay.
No. Yeah, I understood it. Yeah, that's actually really bullish, because that would almost be like a another auto vault, so to
Yes,
say, because you've got so much
exactly.
buy pressure, persistent buy pressure on EMP. So that's amazing. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely, brother. All right, killer. So yeah, again, we have all these levers that we can pull. We just again have to get back to a healthy peg, which will then increase the value of eShare, and that's when the protocol really works at its best. So, all right, awesome. All right, I think that's it. Bull, any other questions? Any other community members?
There is one other hand raised if you want to take that, or
Okay,
if you
yeah.
need to wrap it up.
Yeah, we can take one more.
Okay. Crypto Dragon. It's Crypto DRVGON Dragon. I really don't know how to pronounce that, but maybe they had their hand raised erroneously. I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you hear
I
me,
don't know.
AJ?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, but I hear you, bro. Sorry, yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, yeah. Go ahead, Crypto Drevgen. Yeah. Oh, there he
we go.
is.
Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are,
Yeah,
brother.
sorry.
Yeah, no problem, man. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't mean to tap the button, but I'll talk anyways. I love the protocol, and I've been in since day one, kind of deal, and I'm always on the AMAs. But I never speak or whatever. But just wanted to say I always enjoy listening to the banter, and I really believe in the protocol, and I think it's great.
Amazing. Thank you, brother. Well, yeah, it's great to have you. What do they say? Long time listener, first time caller. But no,
Yep.
for sure.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Awesome, brother. Well, thanks for being here. And yeah, man, again, I know if you can just have a little more patience, we're going to see a whole new wave of good things, hopefully by the end of the year. And I know it sounds like if you've been here from the beginning, you have that long-term mindset. So yeah, bro, I appreciate the support.
Yeah, I have the long-term mindset for sure. Like I said, I'm in a few things, and this is one of my main kind of investments. So I believe in it. I think you guys are doing great work with it, and I'm looking forward to the future with it.
Awesome. Well, thanks, bro. Great to hear from you. All right, awesome. Well, there you go, Bull. I think that was it. I don't know if there's anybody else, any other questions. Again, we're kind of stalling because I know I still see a lot of people jumping on YouTube saying,
Yeah.
what's up with compounding or So it will be it's going to be a rough next few hours. So if any of you are on the Telegram or the Discord or any of the socials, just remind people that the entire chain is down. Again, it's pinned everywhere, but unfortunately, people don't read pinned messages. They just jump in and start firing away. So, all right, we'll get through it all together. So, all right, and tomorrow is Friday, so that is typically my family day. I'll still be working on all the stuff we discussed, but I will not be available tomorrow. So we may do a community AMA, but that will be on Telegram, and I'll be back on Saturday to do the nightly AMA then. So and by then again, I don't see BNB being frozen for more than a few more hours. It shouldn't be a multiple day thing.
Well,
So,
right.
yeah.
It is what it is, and that I mean, it's life. You deal with it, and you know that their first priority is to get it back up and running and make sure the funds are protected and safe, and that everybody on this chain, is receiving the full value of what they've put in, and so that's the way I look at it. And if it takes 1 hour or 1 day or 1 week, because I don't know. My expectation is that it will be fixed, just like everything else in the BNB chain. It's all the opportunity that it's presented us to all earn here in Ethereum without all of those fees that have been on Ethereum. So I have full confidence in Binance. I always have, and so the BNB chain is just an extension or an arm of Binance, and so. If it's an hour, if it's a day, if it's a week, I know, that it's going to be fixed because, this is a major, it is a major part of crypto. And so it's not like this is just a garage project, and they have the best of the best people working on chain here. So.
Yep, 100% Bull. So, and one more thing too, I just saw one of our friends in the chat, Andrew. I had an amazing conversation with Mr. Andrew Locke today. Andrew, I don't know if you're on and maybe you want to say a few words, but again, him and Chris Farrell are an amazing community that a lot of you come from, and I had an awesome little discussion with him today that they'll be releasing to their community shortly. But yeah, we're always behind the scenes again, having AMAs or preaching the good word of EMP. You never know. So.
Thanks, AJ.
There he is.
That was a fun chat that we had on a bit more of an advanced level for our group, and I had quite a few analogies come to mind today, didn't I?
You did, brother. Bull, he gave you a run for your money. Oh man, he was on point today with amazing analogies.
I was thinking of you, Bull. Tip of the hat.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love people, and so I love to see what people can come up with, and that's why I always mention that idea of people are special and unique, and sharing those things with other people. That's what makes the community, and that's why it's so important for those people to let their voices be heard and make the contribution that really is them. So yeah, I'm sorry I missed that.
Oh well, we can share it with you. Yeah, it's I am a big fan of that kind of teaching because it helps to understand complex topics in using something that we're very familiar with. And, like I said, you do such a great job of that on a daily basis. I think you've trained yourself to think in analogies.
Absolutely. Well, awesome. Thanks for everything,
Andrew. Yeah, good to see you.
All right, brother. You too, man. So, yes, we had an awesome discussion. He even had his Mickey Mouse hat in the beginning. Again, Andrew and I are devotees of Mr. Walt Disney. So, much respect to him, and we had a good chat about his brilliance as well. So, all right, awesome. Well, again, thanks, everybody. Another great day at EMP. EMP, even though, again, the BNB chain has been paused. Funds are SAFU. We will be giving a full update once we know more. But again, at the worst case scenario, you just are not able to claim or compound in Detonator or Reactor or any of the detonators as a service. But as soon as the chain is up and running again, things should all function as normal. So it's a good opportunity to go watch a movie, have some good dinner, go for a walk, or just spend some time, decompressing from crypto. So, all right, everyone, we'll see you on Saturday. Good night, good day. We'll see you soon.